plugged in at the moment, to be quite honest. It's just so I kind of want to. Yeah, you're probably going to want this, but then if he's taking you for the walks, the dog I'm talking to, then kind of wouldn't make very much sense to give that to you. It is such a short cord. Got, I guess, pulled forward a little bit. I kind of want to. Part of me says just roll until I have to plug in again. And part of me says that I think I've got it charging and back without too many difficulties. It still says that that's on though, and that's annoying. Turn it off, please. I might have to go and come back because that's just annoying me. Okay, glad it came back. Although now it's not showing the commentary at all. But I was going to be loading it on the computer anyway, so because it's been iffy. It's been iffy, but it's sometimes working, and I'm noticing that with other people's chats too. So if it can be working, then I'd like it to I'd like to have a good I'd like to do it and have a good experience. So, oh, you're so good, aren't you? Okay, talking to the dog, but hopefully you are as well. And I can, if it for some reason needs to be reset, although usually it doesn't when I have to do the thing. If it for some reason has to be reset, um, then I'll reset it. As far as the chat showing top chat, and I went mostly through the alphabet. I mean, so if that game comes up again, that music game, anybody wants to play it, I think I'm probably just gonna say, this is the concept, name bands. So, just adding the title for the scrollers. It's not much of a title, this particular one. Sometimes they are. This one's just kind of a bit more general, but I have a couple of ideas. So, and music covers the what? Oh, I wish I could think of a word to describe this one thing that I often want to kind of put, and also a way to do it like where I get, because you can only pin one comment, but if it's mostly this and sometimes like maybe I could do it that plus any titles I have with, put them together, pin them. That's probably the highlight. That's probably the best way to do it. Um, I just can't think of the right word for it though. Um, yeah, that works. Okay, so I'm going to copy that there. I might, okay, this, okay, and then come over here. Now the dog's just finally settling down. He sat there. He thought I was going to give him, he didn't know what this was, and I had this. But he was being pretty good. But I would like to get my coffee in that. However, maybe I'll wait, because G's going to be down in a moment. To take him outside. Sun is starting to go down, but it got a little bit nicer looking out this afternoon. And yeah, later tonight and maybe tomorrow we'll find out. I mean, if it's already been finicky, the system which is old, and he doesn't seem to understand that. He's like, well, it's been working all this time. It's really great, blah blah. But I mean, if it's working like the next 2 or 3 times, like it did just now, I say save ourselves some money, and we can usually get appointments with these kind of things pretty quick, although a lot of people often do. So if need be, then we just do it then, and take care of it. Okay, so just gonna go to the video on the computer as well. Um, I have 2 devices of which I can check comments on. G is around, and I can maybe do it on his as well when he. Check comments on. Okay, and the audio's fine. Wow, there's 6 of you here suddenly. It went from 2 to 6. Glad to see you all here. When he is back from a couple things, or here and there, probably. Now I'm going to actually take that comment out for a moment because I did notice a typo. That it's one of those typos that it's almost like it could have been the word I meant because it is a word. So there's that. We got 1 like. I appreciate it. JWC Times. Yeah. Hi. Welcome. How are you? So I'm doing this on 2 different screens. 2 likes. Really happy to see that. I'm from Scotland. So I'm not that famous person that some people have compared me to in Scotland. That I mean, I am Scottish in background, even though I'm not ginger in hair color. Gotta love the gingers. But yeah. But I'm thinking you might have been like, oh, it's him. I found him on YouTube. Cool. Like it and subscribe it instantly. Yeah, I'm not. But it sounds like he did a very, very heroic thing, so that's good. I can't seem to find the article, but it also sounds like it could have been intense, too. Anyway, we got 8 of you here. Yeah, what part of Scotland are you from? My grandmother had a Scottish accent, but she was mostly a stay-at-home. Well, shucks, eh? Then you're not allowed. No, just kidding. As long as you don the kilt every now and then, laddie. Not to be confused with lady. You're fine. You're fine. So first time to the channel. And how did you come across this video? As far as the hello, everyone. Yeah, there is some viewers at the top, and 2 of you have liked. Oh, okay. Never heard of it. Oh, actually, maybe I have. I'm in Canada, by the way. Have you ever been to Canada? What kind of stuff do you post about? And out of curiosity, how old are you? Oh, and sorry. Yeah, you'll definitely look like 18. Maybe not a lot older, but and I was seeing the comments come through and thinking they were all from the same person. So I'm thinking that the other one is from Cat Timey, but our dog would say no, it's dog time. And where are you watching from, Cat? And is your name actually Kathy? Or anyway, so it shows that because he lost his sister Kathy recently. But when those things happen. By the way, you have a text from your other sister, but I know you want to get to your errand, and it's good. Yeah, normally it's just me around, but on the weekends it's not, and evenings. But yeah. Well, I mean, I can go to your YouTube channel. I mean, if YT doesn't mind, I don't mind. Everyone, yeah, there is. You putting a link there, I suppose, as long as people don't get distracted from being here, because I'm trying to make this an experience that anyone that's here will enjoy, for the most part. Near Glasgow, that's where my grandparents were from. And that's where Laura's from as well. The comedian. Oh. You follow murder cases. See, I can't handle knowing about that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, it's just too intense. It feels too potentially real. And also, I must say, I think it was 5-1. Whether it's still JWC who's here, and I'm curious what the W stands for. I mean, like I heard somebody that's into certain types of media, and she put it in her writing as a dream scene, and I'm really thinking it's because she filled her head with those type of media. And I was talking to someone a little later, and she says, yeah, no, I don't like to put that kind of stuff into my head, so I don't even watch news. So, and yeah, I'm kind of that way as well, for the most part. But thanks for the sub. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Usually that's a bit of a trigger word when I see it, to be quite honest. Not sub, but the one at the top of your page. The only, well, love isn't a crime, but the only crime we should be committing is loving each other, if that makes sense. I mean, I think that wording makes sense. And if it's not, loving each other's in there, and that definitely does. You know, in the ways that make sense. Tough love is usually not needed. But, yeah. But I am musical, so if you have any song requests, the other person in the house who may or may not be going to an errand, the sun's starting to go down, but it would be nice to have that done on not a work day, is was playing some Scottish music, I think, earlier today, or does from time to time at least. He just confirmed that he was. So yeah, so that's always nice. So um, I'm just gonna go get my coffee and the other thing of which I wish to nibble. I like to nibble on my ear. But yeah, so that that's my suggestion. Just based on what I quickly saw, you seem like a great person. Glad to have you here. Just maybe watch the you know, kind of content that you allow yourself to absorb. I mean, with news, it's good to be aware of what's going on, and then also um, what you are putting out there for others to notice. Um, just you know, I'm not trying to be bossy or anything, but just a thought, and I'm curious what you think of it. And yeah, well, we've only been rolling, and that is accurate. Yeah, I've only been rolling 11 minutes so far. Huh, huh. Well, fancy that, eh? But I'm gonna pump things up. He's actually, I live with a flutist, but we play, or I mean, some of the fancy, some of them like to be fancy and call it a flautist, and he's probably because that's what it's called. But anyway, and we play other instruments too. So number the color paper, how does it look like? As me, baby. Yeah, by the time you're done that, it'll probably be dark and less motivating. But like I say, on a non-birthday, also sounds lovely, right? All up to you, but I don't. I think I'm gonna have to. May help. It may just drain me too much right now. Doesn't do anyway. Oh, I haven't noticed. Okay, well, okay, I have people there. I'll be right back. Plus, I have a bag. Okay, we'll just put them out in the open and, so, but you will need a few things, that's for sure. Okay, and, so let's see here. Oh, man. So do we still have JWC? I'm guessing those are name initials. And yeah, like my grandparents' last name started with W, and it was Scottish, like I say, so I'm curious if those are like, some people have two last names in their family. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to be okay with this not being plugged in. Or just maybe if I hit it and it just start charging again, great. If not, I roll until the charge is too low. 5. Okay, I've known 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. Cool. It hasn't updated on this screen though. I mean, it's updated 4 of them, but the 5th one isn't showing for some reason. Okay, top chat. I'd like to see all of them as long as they are kind. So, which isn't that hard, right? So, uh, JWC, are you still there? I could tell you a little bit else about this channel, other than the couple things I've kind of already just said about us. And there is somebody here, so I could do that anyway, I suppose. Although, there's been some others that I've liked, which makes me wonder, do they already know? Have they already been to the channel before? Chapstick if you're curious, chapstick if you're not. And if it's just not showing some comments. At least you knew that this one's getting, so give it to it. Get me out of it. I'm going to have to cook dinner shortly, but we had quite a bit of pizza at lunch, and That was at 1-ish, I think. So, but we kind of operate somewhat like a well-oiled machine, and we kind of have our you know routine a little bit more flexible on the weekend, but at least for the both of us in the house. But for me, I'm otherwise fairly able to be flexible with my days, and that's nice. But yeah, I just hope that these good things that look like they're starting to come into my year of my life, that I'll be able to manage my way through them, and enjoy them, and have the goodness that they can bring, and then also to that my health will not be distracting me too much along the way. Which reminds me, I think I've decided what I'm going to do with these two vitamins that I have been given. I don't know if he doesn't two types of vitamins. I intentionally leaned this up, leaning on the side of the lid like this. Anyway, what I decided I would do is just take one each day, not two, even though that's what they recommend. I don't want to, and I know that might not be a lot, and they are kind of tiny. I just don't, yeah, when there's certain things, nutrients or whatever that, with my picky diet or whatever, I may be deficient in, and it's not used to getting them in any ways, or in ways, I think that taking two, at least at the same time, is probably not a great idea. So what I was going to do is do whichever one kind of pops out at me first. So I looked at the couch first and then there, and saw both of them like one after the other. But I saw this one first, so today it's vitamin B12. Especially when I'm noticing my symptoms. That's the other part I was going to say. So, and now I'm going to have a bit of this Danish. Uh, just a little bit of it, I think, though, for right now. And then we can chit chat. And then after a little while, maybe G will be on the piano again. And but what we want to hear is that you enjoy both of us. That you try not to pick favorites. Nobody really has, but that we know of. But we're not really about that in this house for the most part. We're about everybody doing well, and the two of us that use this channel, about us both having good, enjoying the experience, and the people that come into the chat, they are definitely part of that. So welcome to it. Welcome to it. I don't remember if that was from the any game, um, or if it was from Whose Line. I feel like it may have been from Whose Line. But I can feel I'm making kind of sour now because I was done with that. And it is quite late where Ninja is. It is. So in the UK. Well, you're watching in the UK, but I think if you're still here, and other people might be as well, while live, but watching in from the UK, I meant. If you're here, then you are watching while live, and while alive. But I think what she was saying is tomorrow was a school day. She's kind of a work from home and content creator type as well. The spouse works. She's not been living in the UK super duper long, and she's just trying to adjust to that. And so I think what she was saying is that her kids have school in the morning. She's got to get them up and doing all that. And so I think she was saying that she was already doing her live. So, and she's lovely. So I think she was saying that she just didn't know if she would make it here today. And when I did the math and thought it's 10 o'clock there, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But I'm curious to see who we do chat with. So cup is warmish. I'd like this a little bit hotter and perhaps a smidgen more sugar in it. So I'm gonna go heat this up. They're going to have a short break cookie as well. They're not hot as big as I don't think. I hope not. One to finish this box, and then we gotta get some cookies like one. Oh, there's one more left. We do in honor of the stars. But yeah, you know, taking minutes seems really great. But that content. Or the same. So, I'm not too sure what to think. But even a few minutes of niceness is nice too. From each person. If they could stay for an hour or two, and I'm able to do that, or longer even. But I think the longest someone stays is an hour and a half, and that's fair. You know, people have their lives and their schedules, and you know, it's not that I don't, but sometimes during the days I have a lot of free time. As I'm kind of trying to integrate and navigate, you know, to some employment options and other things. I want to take some maybe art workshops this year, pottery, and there was another type, but I can't remember what at the moment. But yeah, but in the meantime, I'm not doing those things. It's still winter. I don't drive. It's what are the costs involved? So yeah, but I mean, so as long as someone's able to be here for, you know, as long as they're able to be here, I'm happy with that. So, and of course, like anybody works, I was like, oh, my kid doesn't know me when I'm young, and your heart, I'll just say. I think that must have been what was going through his head. Had to have been. And I hope he comes back onto the video soon, because I know he's side subbed as well, and I've got some questions. If he sees this, I'd rather wait to ask him if we know he sees them. But I was just kind of curious, get to know questions, and something else interesting that I learned that I wanted to kind of mention. But more to this one individual, because unless anybody lives in Canada close to either of us, it's really not that interesting. And I feel like, you know, we've started to bond, no, started to make a nice connection, and you know, so I'm not going to tell these anybody. I mean, I know it's only been one time, but, you know, I can tell if somebody's cool and a good person or not, you know. Pretty much. Now that I've got the shortbread out, I think the Scottish guy left. He's like, yeah, because I don't want shortbread, I want haggis. Oh, let's not get into that, eh? I'm sorry, it's the person that just tuned in, I grossed out. Let's just look past it. You know? This is the kind of thing you don't like about what I say, you know. Clarify it if you think there might be a possibility that you misunderstood, but the food, I can't even call it a food really, but some people do, that I just mentioned, that doesn't need clarification. I mean, if you know what it is, you know what it is, and if you don't know what it is, you know that a lot of people say it's gross. So, I mean, you know, so if the person that tuned in right as I mentioned it is like, ugh, I get it. But there's two people here now, so either they came back or somebody else, two others are here. So I welcome you in. I'm 23 minutes in. And if you're commenting, oh, that's the other thing I want to put at the top. Okay, so how many were there? Two, I think. Right now there's one, so that's cool. Okay, yeah. And I'm also going to put that, speaking of that kind of thing, here. I do need to work. I've thought of her a couple times recently, my friend, and there was some. Oh, right, and then that channel saw this interesting video about this chick dressing in a summer dress or whatever and coming to church, and some people disagreeing with it, whatever. And I mean, I wasn't necessarily comparing, but I said, my friend was blind and trans, and she found the love of God. Now, I suppose some people may have read that as, and became unhomeless. Well, I mean, let me see, you can reverse that, but not easily. But I didn't say that she had, and I just went. So, and I really see those kids. But yeah, so basically, I think I had a couple likes, and haven't. It's been there for a little while, but it's got a lot of comments, and I don't know, it's just, I don't know, anyway. But the video does in general. But this morning, yeah, somebody had liked my comment, so um, I take that to mean that whether that person was religious or not, they were accepting and agreed that God would hopefully show, that was, I'm agnostic, but love and mercy to each of those aspects of my friend. Um, Hopefully not just the two, like, because, you know, we could think that, somebody feels that they were born to the wrong gender. We can think, and, we have to talk about grooming. We have to really get that deep into this topic. I would appreciate if we didn't. But, it's the journey that they're meant to have. Is what I mostly feel like. It's the journey that they're meant to have, just like any of ours, where maybe they are meant to experience the other first and then gender. Um, and put ourselves in those shoes and have some empathy, and imagine, it'd be like to be the opposite gender if we haven't been. And yeah, it's kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but and then also, I don't want to call it empathy because I'm sure to a lot of people it feels like the best thing they could have ever done for themselves. But the point of the matter is that if people want to say that God didn't agree with it, then let's say He forgives the mistake. But I'm hesitant to call it that. I would think it would be really lovely and nice if more people that felt a leaning in that way could just kind of find ways to express the genders in various ways. Not finding it's not without having to go through a surgery that is pretty. Once you've done it, it's you know tricky thing to go back on. Um, that would be my wish for anybody who sees this. That hey, what are you doing? Sorry, the dog is just getting into stuff. Now that you're back, maybe, although since you're down here, you might be good. But, yeah, it's getting dark, but it's not a birthday, so what's your thought? Oh, shoot, that, whatever that's gonna do.
There has been some freezing rain outside.
Okay, well, you out? Okay,
Well, no, not while I was out.
It might come back.
Before I was out. And it's made things kind of slippery.
Yeah, I don't think that thing was anything important. But yeah, okay, so, okay.
Well, like I said, there's 3 people watching?
No, but, well, I'll look in a moment. But, yeah, okay, well, Tuesday's fine then, and we'll get a moment. Okay. So, there is no people watching, but right off the hop, there's one now, actually. Right off the hop, there was,
I wanted either to vacuum or to...
Well, you're not going to do that one.
Tidy up the kitchen.
I mean, you don't have to do the thing. I've been doing little by little. Piano would be lovely. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, okay.
I'll do some tidying when I'm doing the when I'm cooking in about 30 or 45 minutes maybe, and trying to keep movement and hopefully my feet and stuff.
I just wanted to sort of vacuum at least some of the fur and stuff off of the floor.
Mm.
Uh,
Road over here, but not right now. Sorry.
oh yeah,
Maybe I don't know when. Maybe we can go hang out in bed for a little bit after dinner, and you can do it or something.
uh-huh. Should I put that there?
And I want to remember, yeah, that's where she'll see it. I want to remember to use that surface probably. To you just were out, you silly dog. I want to remember to look at the video that we left open on the other cell phone there. I don't know, is this charging? No, but it's at 77, so. But yeah, piano is good. I'm gonna be here for a little bit longer and see what we might do. Yeah, did you give him a thing? Please do.
Okay.
Because he's being weird already. Like, you were just there. You're like, I know, and I love the snow. Oh, that makes one of us. Oh, right, I have the thing here, actually. I completely forgot. I'll save this for later so I don't get up. Hey.
It's a very thin one though, we probably make sure.
Those ones I'm thinking of, they really vary, and I don't like that. They should be consistent. I mean, diversity, sure, but some of them are too small. You know, like, you finish them in 5 minutes.
This is one of them, I think. But,
That's what you said. Anyway, sorry for the distractions. Is somebody here now? Piano's about to start. Okay, I don't know the story here. You know what? No, I want people that have values and people that have general values, and somebody that is into those kind of things is not someone who's going to have healthy thoughts going through their mind. I'm sorry. And I do not want to see, and that's their trailer, like they want everybody to see that as soon as they go there. No thanks. Unfortunate.
Some things that some people like to watch.
Because he seems pretty cool.
Well, he probably is in a lot of ways. Well, for most people, they're interested in that sort of, game or whatever does not translate into action in real life. But
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we don't need to talk about that. We'll, yeah. But obviously that's the tough thing. Huh? I don't know. Is that reloading? Because the chat's not loading. The lights don't show up. I'd like it to behave. Oh, that may have been it there. Oh, that's it there. Okay, cool. Good enough. Let's close it here then. And it still looks like it's saying all the messages, but I'll show them any. Do that anyway. Okay. Now, I mean, truth be told, I'm not that hungry. It's just after 5 o'clock, and I think that if, like I say, if I start cooking, probably just noodles at like 5:45, maybe 6, that'll be good. And then after that, I'll go upstairs and we'll do the thing. And we'll do that. And yeah. Yeah, I'm very surprised that after a workday Mondays, when you want to do the thing like that, doesn't make no sense. Can you switch the lights for me? Because if I walk past the dog, he might drop the thing and not go back to it, and you're there. Thank you. Yeah, my eyes couldn't do it. Oh, that's dark. Well, she's not bad. I know it's got the distracting shadow now, but some people like that sort of thing. I'm sorry. Don't mind his goofy singing. No, it's not. Well, I don't mean that way, but I don't not either. Don't mind his goofy noises accompanying his goofy singing. But that being said, he does have an injury, and we are all getting older all the time, aren't we? Every moment of every day. But yeah, do it Tuesday. Woo! As far as his errand. Oh, that song. I haven't heard that in ages. Are the Carolinians in here? Or anybody named Carolyn? Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. A little bit distracting, a little bit odd, and it kind of maybe tells people to, but hopefully not. I mean, I'm gonna be here. I'll be going up to the kitchen shortly, and then the lighting will. But then, if I do that, then some of them will recognize. But I'll figure that out when I get there. Anybody want to hear any Pink songs or any other color songs by any chance? I like to sing her Pink. Apparently she was in the hospital on New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve maybe, um, and which is not a great way to spend either of them. And I don't remember finding out. I don't really remember knowing why. Never really knowing why. I know I can be the perfect one. So I go back to the water, no matter how hard I try. Take you to lead back to the see the light in the sea, you can see, and it's blinding. Anyway. I'm so sorry about that song, but it is a fun one to sing. What other songs would be fun to sing? Let's go, peeps. Let's go. Give us some, not to sound like Mr. Jingles, but not that that would be a bad thing. And yes, that's his name, and he's musical. Unless it's Jingles. Maybe it's Jingles. Either way, yeah, and I don't support that. Either way, let's sing it today. Let's sing it today in a special way. Well, he wouldn't know that, right? Yeah, he's like, I'm sing again. Plus, he didn't think I said it. I mean, I caught it pretty fast, but I did say it looked like it was from there. Here they go. Who does that song? He's not good enough. Plus, he's preoccupied at the moment, but about to play piano. We've got 3 of you here. I hope none now, it says, but that's got to be wrong.
People watch, stop watching. Watch the game.
You gotta be cool, you gotta be cool, you gotta be hungry. You gotta be something, you gotta be something, you gotta be something else. Maybe I should do the song I'm thinking. No, as I know, love will find a way. If you try to. I might have a song idea out of this, just so you know. And I don't wanna want my life to be. I wanna know right now. It could be religious, it could be whatever. No, I'm not going to sing that one. I mean, it's a fine song with a fine enough message, but... You're distracting. You're taking away from the ambiance of the song. And he's just saying, are you going to come and play? Some? Not right now. So do we have any Carolines or Carolinians? This song is from your place. I'm at 68% on a device that drops somewhat fast, so... So let's make it an enjoyable I think you mean worthwhile, but I'm sure people will understand that. Experienced folks I know see try as best as can. Yeah, I mean, I do and don't try much, but I mean, I want it to be that for sure, and I put some effort into it for sure, and you know, after an hour or two, or sometimes longer, occasionally, I stream it, and it's kind of like, yeah, It's like I need to relax now. I'm quite tired, but exactly. Oh, right. I play another piano song in a moment. If you have any song requests, any genre other than metal, and not a lot of jazz or blues unless fusion. But hard rock is not metal. Remember? In case you thought it was, because some people do. Like, what's up, Lee? Pardon me? Human function, right? So now you know I'm a real boy. Well, that's the opposite of what you said the other day, in some ways. That's old school. That's old school. That's Marilyn Monroe, and she can't be here to sing it herself, right? Or is it Marilyn Monroe? I don't know. But certainly not very polished. You know, there's an openness too. But anyway, we got three of you here. Hopefully you can hear me as well as the piano and enjoy both. I'll hush until you put anything in the chat. Hey, don't go back on what you said the other day. It could potentially be a great thing if we could figure it out. So remember that. I'm gonna move this more over here because, yeah, it's getting buried away. Okay, now that looks like it reloaded, so let me just go back to that. I guess I didn't like that. Well, I just flew through the coffee tonight. But well, that's not like it wants to do it. That is, I don't remember that being when I kind of stopped this scroll. Yes, it'd be nice if we could put the Christmas lights on at some point soon. It's been, in some ways, an incredible season without them, and especially since we haven't went out much, we haven't really been out seeing other people's either very much. So, he's not paying attention. I know he ain't rich and we're only going to be rich tomorrow unless, I think it'd be good to test it again tonight and then tomorrow morning. And
so I guess what I feel is that it's been wonky often enough. And
I kind of felt that too, but
that no, I'm for keeping the appointment even if it continues to work. Just because I haven't mentioned to you that when I've been there, restarting and restarting the thing, there has been a slight odor of natural gas.
I've noticed as well too. Oh, I think the thing should be off then. Can you go turn it off? Thank you, appreciate it.
Oh.
Okay, that works for me. I hadn't noticed it often, but sometimes I notice it as I'm coming downstairs for some reason. So please go do that. And I guess so and so, you know who walks back in.
Okay, no. This is nothing new. nothing.
What's the concern? Can you let him in?
Sure. I did want to continue. I did want to continue testing it, like you were going to say. Um,
So, we're back at the panel.
I still do want to keep the appointments, just
Okay.
because
$120, but
it's been very slow.
so even though I think we need to adjust method, perhaps what we use for the payment method on here, it would be great. What was the other thing? Oh, I still wouldn't mind learning Discord at some point.
You still wouldn't mind learning what?
Discord.
Discord.
But yes,
That's a
it would be nice if people paid
That's
us.
kind of a social platform for
That much I do know.
people. I don't know if you know that. I know that Night Cafe,
Uh-huh.
the AI art.
You know, but today I checked the dog that too.
Uh,
Yeah. I don't know.
AI is.
Okay, can we stop?
No.
Because it notifies like them and they say, oh, well, then they want us to do something. And they, yeah. Anyway, the 40 something. Luckily, we were back and forth about it so quick. Maybe it just confused it. Yeah, man. Okay, sorry, but yeah, you gotta be very careful. Anyway, so yeah, so if you could turn that off just to be on the safe side until it's looked at tomorrow, that would be great. I don't want to ask again, please.
But I wanted to fix it a little bit.
You can do that later, please.
You'd like me to turn it off?
Yes, please.
Unless I'm using it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let's see here. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. What kind of? It'd be easier in some ways. Ooh, that looks nice. No, I kind of said that. I'm honestly thinking I'm going to wrap up soon, to be quite honest. I'm not feeling great. It's been too distracted in some ways. Although there has been some good moments. And this one tab is really displaying things in an odd way. It seems like I maybe have. Okay, yeah. But yeah. And I should cook, because, try and keep, otherwise it'd be weird for him to do another fitness session before dinner. That would be odd at this time. And it's almost 6, so yeah. Well, if it's not doing it live, then I'll do the math. So, and it's 47 minutes in. I didn't know that. I guess he got distracted when he went down there because it shouldn't take that long. But anyway, so yeah, we'll probably prioritize this, to be quite honest. That was the thing. The Mondays are Mondays, and the errand, which isn't going to happen today. So yeah. But I may not feel any more like cooking shortly, so so might as well get her done. I understand. I mean, I am kind of in agreement with people that that fasting, I'm not sure. I mean, your body gets used to having as many meals as it's used to having in a day, and I just that I had over here just a few moments ago, and but whatever. And I don't think that that's necessary. Oh, here it is. Necessarily bad, and it gets used to a lot of things, honestly, and it can fall into patterns pretty easily, right? But um, pretty easily. Sorry about that. I probably don't need to. Okay, right. I will for that reason. What is this playing now? Okay. Anyway, but yeah, and so um, and but I also do agree, and we all have to be thankful if we have stuff in our fridge to be able to have meals. That is a good thing, that some don't. But don't. So it's a good thing that we do. Um, And that's right. I have to wash the pot. I'm gonna have to do it about it, or I'll just use that big pot. That almost makes me want lasagna, but it makes me a little quick right now. Plus, that's too. It's not that hard, but with how I'm feeling tonight, and even though he's around, we have a couple other things we probably want to get to tonight, and then the rest of the evening may just go quickly. So, but yeah, there is a part of me that thinks, don't eat if you're not hungry, and and saying that to myself as well, and I get it, but if I didn't eat now in an hour, I might be hungry, and it'll take almost that with what I'm making, and yeah, like I say, if I delayed it an hour or two, somewhere in the middle of that, I might want to. So, and I do see that this is probably going to be changing in my life in some ways with the ministry work, and I would hope that I have a friend that wants to learn piano, her kids and her as well, and I've offered lessons. So I really, really hope that that happens, and that's, 'cause sometimes somebody doesn't know just how how much of an honor that would be to do that, and how much you'd look forward to doing that, and I could only do my best in letting her know that. So I don't know when. And then my other friend, actually, not from Nigeria but living in the UK, the one that's living in the States but from Cameroon, um, she was kind of speaking about that too, but I don't know how seriously, and she was asking people watching from all over the world, where do they suggest her getting a keyboard from? I'm saying probably not online, and like she could look into that, I'm sure that would be, in person, or yeah, yeah. Anyway, but I've often feel like I'm in limbo, waiting for things, maybe taking some steps to try and make some things happen, and then just kind of having to wait a long time sometimes. It's a bit tricky to explain unless you relate to it, I guess. But so if I don't have to do that, with like and for the good things, for the things that we want and need, and that will eventually include dinner. So it's like, if I can just get that done, check that off for the night, then that would be great, right? And like I say, he wants to do a chore, and then he's got his fitness routine, and then kind of the before bed routine. So pretty much. So I mean, um, but I'll roll for another 15, 25 minutes maybe, and we'll go from there. But I do think that I would like to do the cooking. Do the cooking. I'm sure he went down there and did the first thing that we were suggesting that he did before he did anything else. I'm pretty sure he would have, but I think he is doing something else now. So just a moment here. Oh, there is still two bottles there. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to start a very long dinner. If you'd like to come and play a bit more piano for a viewer, that would be great. Sorry, I didn't stick around to hear the answer, but now there's three of them here, so I hope it's yes. So he's going to play piano soon. I'm going to cook nothing fancy. Nothing fancy at all. But that's okay. Well, if you're not cooking anything fancy, what's the point of being here then? You mean in life, or last journey? Just kidding. I mean, I could somewhat understand the but at the same time, it's like also kind of a joke inside. That's well, right? But oh, oh, definitely not feeling the most energetic though, and not really knowing exactly what I don't really want that pasta. I don't really want the roses. I know people say, just be thankful you have something. I need it. I understand that, but we eat a lot of that kind of stuff, and it's a lot of carbs. And actually, you know what? Change the plans. If you would like to make a rice dish, I would like to eat it with you. I don't know why. Normally you can. Sorry? I'm not really. No, I can't hear. But anyway, hopefully you'll come up and make rice soon. Thank you. Even though I have a picture. But I don't know. He's going to want to have. Oh, I forgot to put the rest of those on the thing. And I should. Well, I know where I'm going to put them. Although I think I just put something on top of it, didn't I? So. One moment. Yeah, that's perfect. That little lip there on the thing. Hold it there. Just going to put these in here. Okay, I don't know. I thought. Huh? Oh, okay. Okay, I know that with the difficulty, but so I just took that out of the fridge for a moment. But yes, I don't know. I know we have that stuff, and I'm mixy about it, but really should use it. You have that so much of it at once, and I want something other than that. So make rice for both of us. Is it asking me? I'm sorry. Sorry, maybe I should up. But then, if the chatter's coming, there is someone who's been here for a few minutes. Maybe they've got the chat is not showing it all on here, but I'm gonna check it on. Check it over there. But yeah, I was gonna donate that to him because we got something that we kind of didn't intend to buy, and it's nice to give. But well, the thing is, I'm not gonna like the cauliflower, so I shouldn't open it then because I'm only liking one of the two things in the pack. And then what do I do with the other things? Well, maybe give it to our neighbor, but so what's going to be involved in this? Okay, maybe this. Even though, why are there markers in the freezer? Obviously fell off the top of the fridge. What is this? Okay. Anyway, so yeah, if you could do that, that would be delightful. I mean, just wash what you need, I guess, and that's the main thing. I'll be going over there in a moment to check. Just trying to tidy some things in here for him. Not that he needs a lot of space to make rice, but he thinks he does, so. So yeah, let me just check and see if there's anything. Well, it's on top chat again. But no, it doesn't look like it. But I am curious who we got watching. I'll come check there shortly. But I'm only going to go as long as this allows us to. So it's at just under 50%. Sorry for all the movement. Just trying, like I say, to get this ready for him. If you need to use this big pot because it's already clean, go for it. There's the rice. Sorry? I'd be cool with that.
Rather use one of the smaller pots.
Okay, but is that going to make enough for both of us?
Yeah.
Okay, plus some for tomorrow? Perfect. Okay, well, then do that, I suppose.
No,
Okay.
I would like, I want to restore some kind of water for a little while. I'd like to.
Okay, anyway, the stove top is completely off.
Well, where is the medium size? Where are they?
I don't know, you got 3 to choose from there, just...
Yeah, but
Maybe I'll have that with it. Gotta use that up.
I need a pot that has a lid that fits on it securely.
Yeah, they're there. But that one fits on the metal one, it should fit on the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It is okay, actually, I knew that already. Yeah, I did a bit, and I appreciate that. Like I say, even though I'm not super hungry, the reasons I mentioned before. And even though it makes me feel about rice, it'd be nice. So, and if you wanted it for yourself, there is a kebab in the freezer that's been there forever. If you wanted to make that up to put in it. A thingamabob. Thingamakebab. Think a kebab.
Okay. Just a second here.
So yeah, if anybody puts comments, we'll see it. I'll boil a little bit longer, but not much. And we'll go from there. So what were you asking about?
Yeah, well, I'll still like, I'll have some rice, of course.
And what else were you saying?
Why are you
saying that? That's funny. You're like, I'm making some rice. I'll have some, of course.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I think I still just as soon have some leftover pizza.
Oh, wow, you like it that much? I tell you, you guys think I'm weird. This one out there, I tell you sometimes. Pizza for lunch, pizza for dinner, pizza for breakfast, pizza in the middle of the night. Just kidding, not quite, but might as well at that rate. But then we'd be going through pizza way too quickly. But yeah, so anybody wants to hear a song, please ask for it. Anybody? Yeah. This has not been very motivating, but it's had its moments. And yeah, baby, woo! So, yep. What now?
I opened the cupboard door and something starts falling out. No, that's stuff.
Which cupboard, above the stove?
Yeah.
Huh. I see.
It was just one of the plastic piles.
Trees are green. I gotta go get a cold water. I'll be right back.
Measuring
So mixed with my lukewarm water. Mixed with my lukewarm water. And there we go. Woo! Now for every one of his songs. I don't know. I'm squeezing congestion. I don't know. I mean, no, but there's that song. Although the James Blunt one is really quite something to play with. But I think, yeah, he's got one very similar. I don't think pink comes from it. There's the pink kind of thing. You always having to move back to use the pink. Reaching around it. And then we'll just heat up the thingy in the microwave and possibly the other thingy too.
Wait, heat up one thing in the microwave.
And yeah, it's interesting to try soya with corn. I'm sure I had before, right? I don't remember. So be nice, let the rice. Oh, goodness gracious me. You know, I kind of want to get this there because the 5 like this food, but it's been a bit hectic. There really hasn't been that much in it. So, I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. What I might suggest, though, there's only one person here at the moment, but I do have to plug in the device soon, and we will be having our dinner soon here. This one's done okay. Some of them... Okay, you left. In the middle of my speech, how rude. Hey, we do that in school. When we gave speeches, they all sat at their desks like good little children. And then people get older and... Or not your little child. Anyway, okay. But then again, I was one too back then, right? And we weren't always good, of course, right? But what I'm tempted to suggest, one, because the chat feature may be being still somewhat a little finicky. So they don't even process the sentence being said sometimes. Either that or their device is being wonky too. But yeah, anyway, because the chat feature is still being mildly wonky, because I'm a little bit distracted and tired and such, what I would like to suggest, like seriously though, unless it's being inaccurate, like, I mean, I guess, I've thought about this before, and people are out and about, like, they don't stop and listen to absolutely everything everyone's saying. But if they know that someone, and they see that there's someone there, just go, oh, it's true. Anyway, sorry, I'm just being a little sensitive at the moment. But yeah, what I would like to suggest, because I think that, I post a variety of stuff, and I would hope and think that you would likely find some stuff that I posted that you would like and might like to chat on. Um, yeah, that person almost ate for said, you know what, I'm just gonna get out and then wrap it up. Like, seeing this flash right at the top, whether it's the same person or not, is not motivating. It's gotten a little bit quieter, and yeah, I'm just not feeling it at the moment. But um, yeah, basically, um, everybody that sees, well, actually, yeah, there's also that. So you know what? I'm just wrapping it up.